So what's going on, friends? I wanted to take a quick second to talk to you guys about kind of what's going on. It is still during the Wuhan, still unable to gather people. So because of that, I'm starting a new adventure or a journey or a new skill, if you would call it. And next to me, you see obviously this welder. Story time. When I was a young laddie.
How about laddie? Sounds like here, boy. Come on, laddie.
I would venture into this auto mechanic shop where these two guys, they were a couple of Japanese guys that would always build race cars. And I would hang out in that shop all the time, and you know, here and there I would go with them to the racetracks, and in the shops they would always fix their race cars that would, you know, crash or have a problem or anything. And I would watch them mill and machine and weld and kind of fabricate anything and everything that they needed for these race cars. So I was always kind of intrigued by that and never really got into it. So I guess with my sort of extra spare time right now, I decided to get a welder to learn how to weld and work with metal and learn about, I think the term's metallurgy, understand metals and how they react to certain. So that's what this is going to be. My new adventure is going to be exactly that. Learning about metal and learning about welding and the different types of welding and everything. So let me tell you a little bit about this machine. The reason I chose this particular machine was because it's a multi-process machine that does stick welding. It has a plasma cutter in it, and it does TIG welding. Most of the stuff that those guys did in that shop that I watched was like TIG weld and working with aluminum and those kinds of things. So, and they literally fabricated, you know, sway bars and welded broken panels together, and then obviously roll cages, which are made out of steel, stainless steel, chromoly, those kinds of things. Car. This is probably not where most people would recommend to start. People are like, oh, they would have spent, you know, $400 for one particular process, or $600 for, you know, a MIG welder. Or I've done my research. You know, even though I don't know anything about welding, I'm not a professional. This is not an expert video. I kind of landed here because I'm a fast learner, and I intend to learn how to stick weld like everybody else recommended, and over the course of time end up at TIG welding, which I think is everybody's process. I get it, go ahead and roast me. So yeah, I didn't go out and buy a super expensive machine. From what I understand, it's a little bit more expensive than most people would probably start at in that sense, especially if it first starts out as like a hobby. I want this to be a comprehensive journey, a comprehensive learning experience. So I am gonna start a stick welding. I will, you know, practice as much as I can and learn that process to the best of my ability, and then ultimately try and graduate from there to TIG welding and welding, you know, stainless steel and welding aluminum and anything else in between that. So that's why I chose this machine. It was around $1,300. I forget exactly the amount. All right, hopefully this audio is okay. About to unbox this brand new welder that I just bought and got delivery a little while ago because I haven't had time to open it yet. But here we are. There's no pretty packaging or anything like that. I think it's like a cardboard box to like cardboard inserts, just as I had expected. Instructions. Wowzers, that's serious right there. Sorry for the lighting, guys. I don't know why everybody always apologizes for the lighting. I'm apologizing for the lighting because it's a little bit cloudy today, so the color changes. It is what it is. All right, this is all the goodies that comes with this bad boy right here. So as I mentioned earlier, this is all the goodies, and this what is that? This is how everything comes in here. Like it's just like smushed into a box. All right, let's pull this out first. This smushed box. It's the flow meter for the gas tank. This is a TIG welder, or has TIG capabilities. That's terrible. Plasma cutter. I should get some wire out from under something, and hopefully it's not damaged. I won't open this all the way up, but it is the TIG line with the TIG torch. Pedal. I'm happy that it came with a pedal, even though I won't be using it right away. More gas lines. Ground cable. Stick welder, what I'll be using first. And this bad boy, I'm not sure I know exactly how this works, but basically this is a 220 volt for your wall or shop or garage, and it's an adapter. Obviously it changes it into 110 volt. The machine already has one of the, oh, I see what was going on. you have to use this in order to use it for a 110 because it's only a 220 volt plug. Thanks airplane, thanks airplane. Miscellaneous. This is like a plasma cutter spacer and a bunch of knickknacks. Bags not even sealed. So that, folks, right there is everything that came in the box. I can't say that it was boxed well. Obviously, loose everything. What's EO6 mean? Is that an error code? It sounds like an error code. That must have came out of the box. What the hell does it go to? Good job, guys. I could have missed that. Yes, I know it's a little bit dark because, again, the sun is behind the clouds and it is what it is. So, along with getting a welder, I had to get a bunch of tools that obviously accompany a welder. So, I'll start from... All right, so I'll go over these in more detail in another video or at a later time, but this is just a real quick what did I get to get started. So I got a wire brush for brushing welds, chipping hammer, it was like $5. Got a good pair of gloves, welding sticks, welding rods, a welding helmet, and was there anything else that I needed for welding? But yeah, if you've been around here, you know my content is more about adventure and exploration, you know. So I thought this would work for now. If you don't like this type of stuff or whatever, then there still will be regular adventure content. For all of you that are new, please like and subscribe and pay attention to, you know, kind of like my own journey here with this welding, and we can do it together. So many cars driving by today. Neighbors, chill out. Have to keep pausing every time they drive by so that So first things first, I got an Everlast Power Pro 164 SI. I think the max amperage on that is a 160 amp output. In this garage currently, there's actually only 110 volts. So we're gonna start there, and I think the max current, I think that puts out at that time from 110 volts is 130. You know, I'm only gonna weld like little small things or whatever to start. 1/8 inch or thinner mild steel, so you know I don't think I need anything crazier than 110 volts right now anyway. Also, I did go ahead and order a bunch of different tools and things needed for the welder, a bunch of safety equipment. I might have went overboard on the safety equipment. You guys can tell me down below if you think that it's overboard for a beginner anyway. So and I got a grinder, an angle grinder. I got an 11 amp DeWalt angle grinder. I'll have to do a review on that at some point because for whatever reason, I know angle grinders are very, very versatile, but for whatever reason, I kind of like this angle grinder. I've never used one before, so y'all will get a detailed video on that one as well for my first time trying that out. Another mini adventure, but yeah, so those are the couple of things that I got that kind of, I guess, help me with the entirety of the welding process and learning how to do it and everything so that you can, you know, prep metal, obviously be safe and be able to be here to make these videos for you guys. You'll have to excuse the corner mess. I got plenty of space in this garage because I don't have a ton of stuff, but that corner always seems stupid cluttered, and I'm gonna have to get like another shelf or whatever. And I actually have tried to get this shelf right here, I actually have tried to order again. However, because of shipping supplies and everything being super delayed with Amazon, I can't seem to get anything delivered in that respect. Also, I think it's just really old of a metal shelf, and maybe they just don't make this anymore. Like there's no current model of this available. Yeah, need more shelves to organize this corner a little bit better so it looks better for you guys. But hopefully I can change these angles around some enough so that you guys can see this bad boy at work. And don't worry, friends, the first time I put metal to metal, you will be there to see it. Sorry if I don't seem super excited because 102 degrees outside will do it to you. It's almost like you have no energy to. I haven't figured out how I'm going to film the welding yet, but don't worry. So the camera turned off because of the excessive heat out here. it's hot. So this adventure will still remain, some of the content will still remain on my regular channel, but those of you that are new here and that are watching strictly because of the welding and everything, welcome, thank you. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna try and put as much of this content on the new channel and some of it on the original channels. I'm not like a pro YouTuber or anything like that, so I'm just trying to differentiate the content so that you guys that want to see it are only gonna get that. So anyway, thank y'all for being here with me today. Welcome to my new journey, my new adventure. I'm going to try and learn as much as I can, as fast as I can, and give it to you as much as I can. There still will be a. So yeah, if you've been around here, you know my content is more about So yeah, if you've been around here, you know my content is mostly about like adventuring and you know, exploring new. So yeah, if you know, son of a